What's up, K-State CrossFitters? Here with another at-home workout. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. Today we have Tabata of air squats. So Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then we'll have a Tabata of side plank as well. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and each of those will be for 8 rounds apiece. So 8 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off air squats, and then 8 rounds of that with the side plank as well. Okay, so to start off with our warm-up, we're gonna go into this cossack squat opener. So I want everybody to get into this really wide stance here. All right, just like I'm doing, and reach your hips back and then try to touch the ground here. Spend a little time there, loosening up those hamstrings a little bit. All right, and then we'll kind of slide to one side, okay? And I'll move over so you can see. So slide to one side and try to keep your whole foot on the ground as you do this. So for me, I can only kind of get to here, and then I can't really go down any further. So I'm gonna keep working on getting down a little bit further here and spend about a minute on each side working down into this position, okay? I might roll back and then focus on my opposite hamstring a little bit, or maybe roll forward a little bit and work on my quad a little bit more. So this is kind of your time to move around, search for some tight positions in this same kind of cossack squat variation. Okay, so about a minute in that position. All right, and then kind of searching around, and then you'll go back to the wide stance, reach down again, and then a minute kind of down here on the other side. Again, you can kind of work on a little bit more quad, a little bit of the your ankle muscles as well, or kind of roll back and sit back on it too. All right, so just working through that position. All right, then after that, we'll get into 2 rounds of 10 kang squats and 10 hollow rocks, okay? So a kang squat, probably not something we're super familiar with, but you get ready for your regular air squat, all right? So tense your abs, squeeze your glutes, and then you're gonna just reach your hips back really far, and then reach down and grab your ankles, and then sit down into your squat. And then go back up, stand up, reach down, sit down, come back up, stand up, back down, sit down, back and through, okay? So 10 of those, and then you'll get into 10 hollow rocks, all right? So with the hollow rocks, a few things here. If you're not real great at hollow rocks, like I'm not amazing at hollow rocks, you might think about pulling your knees in here instead of being all the way out in that full hollow position. Because here I can hold this and I can rock back and forth for a couple times, but as I get tired, I lose that core tension, okay? So we're really focusing on bracing our abs really hard here instead of just kind of lying flat on our back here and rocking back and forth. We're trying to stay super tight in whatever position we can. So if that's to our knees here, that's fine. We can rock back and forth, or pushing all the way out with our arms by our sides, or that all the way into the hollow rock position, whichever one works for you. Okay, so once you've gotten through 2 rounds of that, then you'll get into your workout. Okay, so a couple of things with the workout. Again, it's that Tabata Air Squats. A couple of things I want you to think about is with these air squats, a lot of us will have the tendency to kind of put our hands right here and just kind of drop and let our back just kind of plop down into the air squat as we're doing them and really getting tired, okay? So instead, let's think about getting as many reps in as we can, but also creating really good technique on our way through it, okay? So reaching our arms out in front of us, squeezing our glutes, and pulling our rib cage down, tensing these abs before we go down every time, and really focusing on keeping that good spine position the whole time. See, my spine's not moving the whole way through. I'm not just kind of plopping down. All right, so focus on that with the Tabata of air squats. And then with the side plank, the only main thing I want you to do here with the side plank is, let me see if I can get my feet in view, is I want your feet to be staggered in front of each other. You can see this. I want your feet to be staggered in front of each other like this instead of dropping on top, okay? It'll give you a little bit more stability and help you get the right muscles firing instead of just kind of hanging out there, sagging into that position, okay? And then with these side planks, really focus on crunching that side down, really get the oblique, kind of this muscle right here, to fire as you're in that side plank, okay? So you'll have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of that for 8 rounds. All right. Once you're done with those, our cool down for the day is going to be a deep lunge, okay? So we're going to sit in this deep lunge. So getting down as far as we can, trying to drop our hips down towards the ground as far as we can. And we're going to just kind of play around with moving side to side, moving in. See if you can go like really far away from, or far in towards your knee, sorry. And then maybe do some thoracic rotations. Move around up and down each side. All right, working on just a little bit of movement here in end range of a big lunge, okay? And might push this knee out. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Kind of get into this lunge, push this knee out, work on external rotation, and then maybe push it in, work on internal rotation of the hip. All right, so 2 minutes on each side of that lunge. A couple of things I forgot to mention for today that I'll let you know is we have a Zoom class coming up for this Friday that I'll be coaching as well. So if you don't want to do the workout just by yourself with this video, then join me for the noon class. You should have a link in your email to be able to do that. We'll start at 12:05 on Friday, and then also, if you are doing it on your own, get the Smart WOD timer app, and that will help you keep track of the Tabata time a lot easier. It has a nice setting that you can just click Tabata, and it'll tell you when to go, when to stop, and you won't need to worry about the times whatsoever. Okay, so enjoy that workout. Join me for the noon class if you can, and I'll see you in the next one.